I actually got to interview the German ambassador.
Yes, I got to shake his hand, and then he even asked me for my name. So right now, the German ambassador knows that there's this girl called
By
me.
now he has forgotten.
So I'm sure this is Ghana is waiting for you. You know, this country needs your competence and your ambition. And so I wish you good luck on your way and make best use of the offers you have here.
He will see himself, and then he will know that this is Linda. He will see me with him, and then I shook his hand, and he told me it was a pleasure to meet him. Oh, it was a pleasure to meet him too. So I got to interview him, and I got to see.
Important question.
So how can Ghana and Germany work together to promote technological transfer?
Well, it depends, of course, on what kind of research you're looking at. From the German side, we always like to work on a pragmatic, project-oriented approach, and like today's project here with maybe the first steps of a future space elevator.
So what area of the collaboration holds the most promise?
You mean of all the broad scope of it's very difficult to say. I cannot judge because that's science. Science will.
We are space technology platform, space flight and rockets, and participating and doing our work. And I think the most important part is to get practical knowledge, manufacturing, conception of ideas, and all of this. And they're doing something as students, not only sitting in the classroom and learning, being engaged and learning as well, which is the most influential.
What kind of activities would you think that a space club would offer? Some of the activities that can go on
at the school. It would help students see what you can do with the knowledge that you in Munich in Germany as well. So we learn lots of theoretical this for really building something, and then you see, okay, that's what I learned there. So I apply it now with this, or you actually are, for example, using for a particular stuff, then you learned like how does the material look under the microscope, but you figure know this, and then you really see, okay, that's I actually need it for something, and then you also just
such as a studio where you can work on your own projects as well,
and you work with other students, right? So it's not like the basis where you have a teacher that is above you and tells you what to do and you have to do it. Something work that you have a vision of or an idea of together with other students, so your same age, and just like working on stuff in a small team is very nice and actually an important skill as well that you learn in groups like this.
Okay, so is it what kind of activities would you this particular time, because as you are talking about that you would have to move away from classroom to.
But in general, I think if the motivation is there, it's quite easy to teach somebody the fundamentals that they need to be effective. Yeah, okay. Hello, I'm Simon Calvini, if anybody's interested. I'm part of the Space Elevator team. Yes, and I'm part of the 3 people that came to Ghana as part of a collaboration with Galaxy Aerospace Ghana. And yes, so.
Alright, so what are the benefits of having a space technology club in a school?
I think the benefits of having a space technology club is that people with interests in space tech come together and work as a group, or even just communicate, and kind of it's a good way to get some practical experience from your theory that you learn at university or school or wherever. And it's a very helpful tool to get some of the practical experience that you otherwise lack, and also just to connect with other like-minded individuals and sort of learn from each other, right? So some people maybe have some more knowledge in this or in that, and it's just a very nice way to come together as this group that's interested in space.
Okay. Well, do you think that there should be requirements for students to join Space Technology Club? Or what are the requirements?
Well, I don't really think there should be any requirements except motivation. So you should be motivated, you should be interested, because that's the only thing you can teach. You can teach technological principles, you can teach certain laws, you can teach certain ideas, but you can't really teach the motivation or the interest you have in space or in other topics. So I think that's the important part, and if you're motivated, then you're also motivated to learn the things you need to be an effective part of that team.
Okay. What are your hopes for a Space Technology Club?
My hopes for a space technology club. I mean, I think the biggest part is that you just come together, and that I think that's one of the most important parts, that you connect with these other people and kind of create this practical experience out of that. Yeah, I think that's my hopes for any club in general, but space technology in this particular sense, that you have these people that you work together and create this interesting experience, and also this practical expertise that you'll then bring with you for a job maybe, or just in general for your further life.
Okay. And do you see some challenges we can face in especially establishing a space club in a second cycle institution or a secondary school?
I think the biggest difference to having a club like this as opposed to in a university is that if you are in a high school, you obviously don't have the maybe technological basis that you have coming from a university. So you don't have your maybe more advanced courses in mathematics or aerodynamics and stuff like that. So you lack a little bit of that expertise. So that could be maybe a challenge that you have to overcome. Maybe even by sort of organizing some talks with some university students to gain some information from them. So you can learn yourself a little bit of what you need for your projects or something that you will not learn until you're maybe in university.
My name is Levin Mars. I'm also from the University TUM from Munich, and I study aerospace, and came together with two of my colleagues down to Ghana to collaborate together with aerospace or Galaxy Aerospace Ghana to do a project where we teach kids, where we go to universities, go to high schools, and talk about space and how we can organize space clubs together.
Okay, so what would you advise or give other schools that would be interested in setting up a space technology club?
So we are talking about schools here, okay?
Yeah.
Schools are obviously look different than universities. So there's a lot of different, the foundation is quite diverse. So we have students who are really interested in math and technology, and we have students who are interested maybe in art or in digital technology, or in computers and computer sciences. And that can be a challenge, but that can be a good thing as well, which helps them, because a lot of different interesting topics come together. Space Club, people maybe work on a project who build actual robots, who build actual machines, small parts which move or something like this, can tap on different knowledge bases, and maybe even artists can collaborate in designing small solar system models or something like this. This is one of the main advantages of going to schools and not going to universities, where the people are a lot more homogeneous.
Okay, so that means that you're advising us to spearhead this. So what would be your expectation from a club or a space club?
Okay, so setting up a space club is a challenge, and having an active space club with a lot of projects is also really difficult as well, which is natural. So it has to get moving bit by bit, and maybe more projects come in. You see, the VAR, our student initiative, was founded in 1962, and it took us years, even decades, to build all the different departments, and so it takes time. But with engaged students who have ideas, who have also ideas with working with simple things, working with building a cardboard robot or something like this, or who can also ask the right people to support them, then it can become quite big thing.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that an arts or a business student can still be part of a space club?
Yeah, I think so. Compared to the VAR, we have certain teams which need business people who manage them as a whole team, who need artists or designers to make them posters for certain events, who manage their websites so it looks good. All of these things can be used, or all of these knowledge, all of this knowledge can be used, and these skills. So I think a lot of different people can collaborate together as long as they know what they can do. And that's the answer.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm Julian. I'm studying mechanical engineering in Munich, and I'm the project leader of the VAR team Space Elevator. So yes, I brought my team here to collaborate with Galaxy Aerospace Ghana, because they invited us to help them educating the children over there, tell them a bit about our space research that we do, and create a bit of awareness of space technology. So I think in high school there is the time when you from elementary school come up and have your own interests, right? So you probably by the time are forming your own opinion in what topics you find interesting and what you want to work on later on. So you might start out of your own interest, start researching, okay, how do rockets work? There's YouTube videos and stuff like this, so you can do research on your own. And if you're just interested in this, but you're only watching the videos on your own, you don't have as much motivation as if you do it as a group, and then maybe even build some small and easy projects together with the team and really make something out of this interest, out of this research that you can then share with your friends and other students. Need to be a bit of like electrical components, or if you go from the science side, there should be some things like this provided, so there's something to work on, because it's very important that you not only think about the theory, but you actually do something. So you build a small rover, a small robot from the science side, stuff like this, and get together, brainstorm ideas what you can build, and then actually do some work and sit together, do some research on space topics, but then actually do something with the research and put it into projects that you actually afterwards see that they are working. So that's the most crucial part, I would say, that you afterwards see that the idea you had is actually working, and you made it from idea, brainstorming, working on a project to the finished working project. I think everybody can be useful. You can join, and there will always be a task that you can help with, and bring your own ideas, your own interest, your own knowledge into the group. It depends on what you're doing. If you do the science, then you might do some research, some programming. I hear that is quite a good skill that children already learn in high school here. And then there's so many different topics, electronics, the coding, then the space relation as well. So about the materials, the different temperatures, sunlight and no sunlight, darkness and stuff like that in space. So it's really different to like operate a robot, for example, on Earth and then in space, right? So it's just a big difference, and only from being interested and doing some easy research online, you can already provide with ideas and knowledge to the group.
So we having or starting space technology clubs on campus, especially for senior high schools.
My expectation would be to actually see a project being finished and presented to, for example, to the whole school, and doing some advertisement also for the other students, so they get aware of that there is a group like this. That's something that we actually struggle in Germany as well. We always need to put hard work in advertising with the whole university, so there's students coming to us, helping us with our work, because we always need other students to help. That would be the same in student clubs like this. The more people you have, the more interested people you have, the bigger the projects can be, and the more knowledge you can share, and the nicer and the projects would be. So my expectation would be to actually start on a project. If you fail, that's fine, you learn from that. You want to fail, as you saw with the Starship launch from Elon Musk. We were talking about that. It exploded, right? But it was a failure. I wouldn't say that it was a failure. They learned from it. It's fine. So if you start and the robot is not working, just maybe take a day off, and then afterwards you have a look with the team together, and everybody is looking at it, and then you just keep going, make it work. So to actually see starting a project, not always thinking of, okay, what projects could we start? Then who do we need for this? Okay, this is about space, we just talk a bit about it, but actually do projects. That's what I would expect from a student club.
Okay, so would you endorse such space clubs, at least to be put up in every secondary school in Ghana?
Yes, I think that would be very beneficial to get the awareness that there's a space technology coming up all around the world, and there's quite many companies that are rising up to work on rockets and stuff like this. So especially for students like this, they would have great opportunities to work in such companies later on if they have experience already. And they would have a great benefit to children that only learn their theory if they actually have made something out of the theoretical knowledge that they have.
Okay.
So I think they should just listen to the interests of the children. If they shouldn't push the children to do it. So listen to the interest of your child, and then if they want to do arts and do drawings, that's fine. If you want to do science, that's fine. But always, motivate them to do what they want to do. And if it's space related, then it's perfectly fine. But then don't say, yeah, but the space technology in Ghana won't be so advanced in the next 10 years. Say, yeah, if you're interested in it, do it. Have a look. There's opportunities all around the world as well and if you're interested, it's not wasted time, right? So you do your schoolwork, then you take a bit of your free time to just put into these groups. The parents don't have to be interested, the children have to be.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, I would say. So there is a cooperation with Ghana already with the universities. So I think it would be quite possible to provide you with, like we in Munich could provide you with ideas for projects, because that is a crucial part to actually start the project, as I said before. So it might be easier if you have the concrete idea. So we say build a robot that looks about like this, and then the children can start on building this. So we could definitely provide with ideas and some knowledge. And as far as the university wants to be involved with this, there might even be visits and classes, knowledge transfer, as we are doing here. So we are here on behalf of the Technical University of Munich, and teaching children over here. So there's definitely interest in helping from the German side.
So I'm sure this is Ghana is waiting for you. You know, this country needs your competence and your ambition. And so I wish you good luck on your way and make best use of the offers you have here at the Tech Foundation. And hopefully you have a good chances then to go on and work with companies or go to university or both. And there are some very good universities in Ghana. Maybe one day in your life you have an exchange program with some other country in the world, maybe Germany.
Yeah.
And so we wish you good luck and keep on studying. All right? Good. You're excited about the experiment today?
Yes.
All right. So maybe we should
Yeah.
just move on before.
Yeah.
Is it raining?
No,
Not yet. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you very much.